Coming up, green gumbo. Something I've been reading about for a long time I've wanted to try. It's like greens and gumbo in one pot, and it sounds delicious. And it's vegetarian or vegan friendly. So, let's go make it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's get started on this gumbo. I already got a couple bunches of greens already kind of washed up because this kind of takes a little bit of time, so I was going to cut some of this out. I got collard greens in here. I haven't cut them up yet, I just washed them. Collard greens, turnip greens, and mustard greens. And I have another thing of collard greens over here. I was just going to quickly show you just how to rinse them off, I guess. There's tons of dirt in these. Just soaking them in the water. And like a little, fill up your sink, clean your sink out, and fill it up with some clean water. And then that water is water I've already, you can kind of see it's got all kinds of crap floating in it. That stuff that's came off those other bunches of greens I've already washed. That's not even, I don't even know what that is. That's in this bunch. But you can also buy them in big bags already cut up if you want. That's easier, but what they had at the store today, I didn't think they're washed and stuff already too, so you don't have to do any of this. But I wanted to do the whole thing, and the ones they had at the store didn't look very good in the bag. Yeah, what I was going to do next is I have a little salad spinner thing here to clean. I'm just going to take a few of these at a time, and then don't worry about folding them and break them. We're going to cut all these up. So this helps get some excess water off. That probably sounds terrible.
It's a pretty good sound effect.
You can see that I didn't even do it that long. There's dirt and crap in the bottom of that too.
Yeah.
If you buy it in the bag, you don't really have to do this step, but you can still go through and look at them and find any of them that look kind of bad. All right, those are good. All right, what we're going to do is just rip this up in a bite-sized piece. So just take it and literally just do what I'm doing. That's fine. I mean, you can make it smaller if you want. Not bite-sized, but like big pieces. Just rip it up. Big or as small as you want. You get them really big, they're all right. Yeah, you can put the stem in there, but like this, like the top part's okay, but I don't know, this is like, I don't want that in there. And that smells like, if you ever like cut up a bunch of weeds with a lawnmower. It's literally what it smells like. I'm gonna do this. That one don't look bad. No, that's fine. Okay, now we're on to the easier ones, I think.
What are these?
These are turnip greens, I believe.
That's what you just said, yeah.
I believe there's another one in here too, so I'm just gonna cut these.
Okay.
You can actually put like lettuce in this. Like I've seen people put like heads of lettuce in it.
Well, that's interesting.
Normally we don't cook lettuce, but I'm learning a lot of people, other cuisines do. Like
Yeah.
Chinese food they do.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird, but apparently they do it in this kind of stuff too. You can put cabbage in it as well. Okay, I got most of those. There's another one. This is mustard.
Huh.
Looks like red leaf lettuce, or it looks like leaf lettuce, essentially.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take off these. These feel pretty tough too. Why don't we just cut up the really big ones really small, like really small pieces, and we'll leave the stems. Once we get up top, we can just do that. There's no stem, so it's not tough. This actually smells like lettuce. Just cut all this up. Any of the really big stems, either just rip them out. They'll just be left over in the end. You won't be able to. They'll get somewhat soft, but they might be hard to eat, you know. So this rough chop in here. Big old pot of greens. Big old bowl of greens. I need a paper towel. Wipe this off. Throw it on the floor like Texas Roadhouse.
We'll clean it up later.
No, we just have like this is just a floor full of peanuts, shells, everything. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up bell pepper and celery and onion that I need for my Trinity, as it's called. Cajun Creole food. French food, they have a similar thing, except they use carrots instead of bell peppers.
Mirepoix?
That's mirepoix. Trinity, you trade out a bell pepper for the carrot. Just cut these up into, chop. They have to be kind of not bite size, but around bite size. And they're not really big, kind of not tiny size, because it's going to cook down. It doesn't matter. Do the red one. Now I need onions, which I didn't get out apparently. No, that's got a bad spot on it.
About a whole thing of onions you can have.
I'll put 3 big ones, pretty big ones. For this Trinity, you're supposed to have 2 parts onions to 1 part celery and 1 part bell pepper.
Okay.
So it's like equal amounts onion with the bell pepper and celery, together. So whoa. Okay. Yeah, I need to do another part onion. I was trying to see how much I had. Yeah, I need another onion, I think. This one's a little softer.
Let's see, it has some like green stuff in the middle. Maybe it has to do with how long it's been stored or something.
Maybe.
Or the temperature or something.
Maybe. Okay.
I don't know much about storing onions. I've watched videos on it, creating salads for onions.
Yeah, I think you store them in like sand or something.
Yeah, like underground. They created like an underground place to put it or something. I don't know.
I know carrots and stuff you put them in sand normally.
Alright, so now we're doing celery?
Yeah, I don't know if it's enough celery. I might have to grab another stalk. Cut off the bad parts. Celery, none of the celery look good today.
Yeah, I've had that problem lately.
Maybe it's just the time of year.
Dude, this is freaking hard as crap. It's tiring. I got like even more weight on the battery.
You need to strap it to your chest.
Yeah, I know. I need one of those overhead things,
Yeah. Okay. Probably need a little bit more celery. I have more bell pepper than I have celery. So I'm going to do another stalk or 2.
It's like the same length of row for everything. Anyway,
That'd be useful.
yeah. But this lens is so small that it's like, it takes me like moving my finger a ton to get it to move. That bigger lens is wider, so it's easier. So I'm thinking of getting one of these little adapters to put around it. It might be easier to use.
Alright, we're done cutting up stuff finally. Well, garlic. I'm not going to cut this up. I'm just going to peel it and then press it. Get about 6 so cloves. Put more. I might put 7. These are pretty small. I'm going to put a lot of these. Alright, that's good enough.
Okay.
So now we're going to start cooking it. Actually, this was all prep, but it took a minute, but now we're done. We don't have to do any more prep. Now it's just cook time. So, let's go. Alright, let's get this going. So, we need to get a big pot. Biggest pot you have will work better. I'm going to get it cranked up. This actually, oh, that's the wrong one because I don't ever use this burner. Okay, this one, I use the biggest pot we got. This one doesn't have a super thick bottom. It's better to have one with a thicker bottom, but this will work. Because we're making a roux, and the bottom heats up really fast in the thin pot, and it's kind of hard to control the temperature in this. I'm going to let this heat up. I might as well throw my oil in there. It's going to take a while, because this burner sucks. I don't like that burner. But we got a cup of oil, using vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you have. Don't use butter. You could use butter, but don't. Because it can burn for this, so I wouldn't use that. Go ahead and get that going, heat it up. Alright, I'm going to dump equal parts flour. I got a cup of flour here. 1 cup flour, 1 cup oil. A lot of roux in this. And then we're going to whisk it. I got a little extra oil than I have flour, but it's okay. And then I need to turn it down now. It's already starting to sizzle. You just want to brown this. Cook this until it slightly gets to we're going to go to, there's different stages of browning for roux. They have different names.
Really?
We're going to it's based off what it looks like. There's like, this is blonde. Like, then there's like slightly,
I've heard that, yeah.
slightly yellower than this. I guess you'd call dirty blonde. And then you have brick, which is like, looks like a brick. and then you have milk chocolate, caramel, and you have dark chocolate, and then like we don't want to go to that stage. That's too much. We're gonna go to like red, between brick and milk chocolate. The further you go, the more flavor it has. But it takes a long time to do those kind of roux unless you do this really fast. You gotta be really careful though. That's why I'm using a whisk. You can use a spoon or like a wooden spoon or something to scrape it that you can scrape really well with. That works, but I like a whisk because it makes sure I get everything scraped off so I don't get any burn bits. Just keep whisking it every so often. People say constantly, I don't.
Let me get a close up of that.
You can smell it. It kind of smells like flour, right? Oily.
A little bit.
Kind of smells like.
Yeah, or gravy or something.
Yeah, this is the same thing. Way you make gravy. Milk gravy. Or cream gravy is what people call it, but I don't want to put cream in it. Everyone puts milk in it.
Okay, so you're just trying to keep it from sticking by...
Should keep it from... No, well, you don't want it to burn. It'll burn. It burns really easy.
So that I can... Yeah.
So you want to keep stirring it to make sure none of the pieces stay on the bottom too long, none of the flour, so it doesn't overcook. So let's just keep going. This could take a while. Freaking hot, I know that.
Let me check out the color again.
It's already, see, it's a little more off-white now.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a... I can't think of the word.
It's almost like a tan.
Yeah. Yeah, we're starting to get some sticking on the bottom. It's starting to clump together. It's not burning, but so you gotta be vigilant. When you get to this stage, you gotta be vigilant. So you might want to turn it down a little bit. See that? See how it's doing that stuff? So it's like clumpier now. See that?
Yeah.
That's why you gotta get in here and actually try to turn it down slightly. Like this stuff is nuclear. Like don't touch this stuff. Like this will burn the crap out of you.
Oh yeah.
Because it's oil and flour. It's like really sticky. Like do not touch this. So be careful. This is peanut butter stage. That's a good point. This looks like peanut butter now.
Yeah.
That's a good color.
What are we doing this for? That's what I got.
Flavor.
Okay, so this gives flavor.
Yep, and thickening. If I would have stopped it earlier, it would thicken like a lot of water, broth or water or whatever. The further you color this, like cook it, it has less thickening power, but it has a lot of like deep flavor. It's hard to, you have to taste it to know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is between peanut butter. It was like almond butter. Now it's peanut butter, and we're about to milk chocolate stage. I'm gonna call this good because I don't like taking it very much further than this. We're gonna go ahead and add our celery, bell pepper, and onion in here. It's gonna pop and sizzle a lot, so be careful. Well, there's a lot, so it didn't as much. That should keep your roux from browning anymore, really, because it's got a ton of water in it. All these vegetables. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and mix it in. Yeah, you can see the color is getting pretty. Looks like a Hershey bar or something.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You could take it darker, but that's pretty good for me.
Okay.
Now, turn it down. That's fine. You don't need to add any oil. This is oil and flour, so it's okay. Just stir it around. They'll release some water, and it'll make it where that roux ain't gonna cook anymore. So, just gonna take this to about they are cooking. Onions are slightly translucent, and that's good. So, a couple more minutes of that. I'm gonna go throw the garlic in right now. This is about 6 cloves, 7, 8 cloves. I don't know. I put a ton of garlic in here. Lots of garlic.
Really? 7 or 8 cloves?
I put 6 on the recipe, but I put more.
That's a big pot then, I guess.
I mean, it's good stuff. All the onions and stuff are starting to get translucent and cook through. It smells crazy in here. So we're gonna go ahead and dump in our some water, some spices, and then our broth concentrate. That's 6 cups of water. Probably gonna have to add a lot more water. I got a lot of greens. It's like a heaping tablespoon of this concentrate. I said it's close to like 1.5 tablespoons.
So it's vegetable concentrate.
Yeah.
Vegetable stock concentrate.
Yeah, or you could use vegetable broth in a container, can, whatever. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this because I don't like using a lot of this concentrate. Go ahead and scrape those bits off the sides. See that flour and stuff stuck? That roux. Go ahead and rinse it off. Where did that big chunk of brown stuff go? It's in there somewhere. Just keep stirring. Okay. We're gonna add our spices. We need about. Let me turn this back up. Need about I made this Cajun seasoning. I'll put it down below. It'll be, you found a recipe for it. Use your own favorite Cajun Creole seasoning. Need about 1 or 2 tablespoons of this. This one doesn't have any salt in it. Let's do a tablespoon and a half. And then bay leaves. Need about 3 or 4 of these. Those are small, 5 small ones. Vegan Worcestershire sauce, you can add this later, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. Maybe a tablespoon of this. I guess I can measure it. No. Yeah, I'll measure it. Maybe a little.
Do it for people at home.
Maybe a little less. That's about a tablespoon. I don't want it to be overpowering. I didn't fill this. I filled this up like halfway.
Okay. You were like, all right, okay, he's gonna pour it in the thing. You're just like, well, this is just here for looks.
We just want it for the flavor. It adds like a lot of depth of flavor to this kind of stuff. So this stuff is really good, actually. Like it tastes. This tastes like literally the same.
Yeah.
I just added another 2 cups of water, so we have 8 cups of water in here. We got our Cajun seasoning, which I might add. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that actually. Like another, there's about 2 tablespoons of this stuff in here. No salt, has no salt in it. So if yours has salt in it, maybe don't use salt in any other place in it because it might be really salty. And we're just gonna bring this to a boil. We're gonna start dumping our greens in. You're not gonna be able to fit them all in there at first, so just try to.
Cookie just came from market.
Just go ahead and throw some in there.
Like a little bit at a time or something.
I mean, if you can fit them all, I could probably dump them all in there now. They cook down really. Oh God.
That's what I was gonna say. I think you're before I was bed.
No, this works. I'll just pick all the others up. Oh, don't touch it. Don't put your hand in there. Like that broth is really hot. So, oh, I touched it again. Okay. Just go ahead and push it down in there. See, look at that. See, it's already going in. It's already starting to cook down.
Yeah.
They wilt pretty quick. Just go ahead and mix it in as best we can. Get it, all that stuff mixed in there. Oh yeah, I left this out. We're gonna put a little bit of hot sauce, Louisiana type hot sauce in there. Just a few shakes in there. Because it adds some vinegar to it. And a little hot. Since this is vegetarian or vegan, and normally you use like smoked pork products in this. In a lot of these types of recipes, I'm gonna put a little liquid smoke. You could also use smoked paprika, but I didn't have any. I couldn't find it. So put a couple drops. By couple, I mean about 10. Not a lot. I don't like using too much of this stuff because everything ends up tasting like you licked a barbecue grill or something, you know. And now that's it. I've just been mixing it. You don't have to keep mixing like that. I was just trying to get all the stuff off the top in there. Once it's basically looks like this, you might have more water in here. I don't know. Just as long as it starts to look like it's wilted down, pop on a lid.
Okay.
And turn it down to low simmer. And we're gonna let this cook down for like an hour. We'll be ready to eat. We'll come in and check on it every, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Now at this point, you could go ahead and if you have a rice maker, go ahead and throw it, start it up, get it going. Or if you have whatever kind of rice you have, you can get it going right now. Okay, it's been about an hour, so go ahead and take a look at it. Turn our timer off. You can see it's changed colors and it's got a lot thicker looking. See that? Oh man, this is gonna be so good. May not look good to you if you've never had this. I've never had this, but greens, I've been tasting it throughout. And oh man, this is so good. Add a little more Cajun seasoning, maybe a tablespoon or so, half tablespoon more. And I need salt, so I'm gonna put a lot of salt in it. It needs a lot of salt. There's a lot of greens in here. Thought I turned that off. Guess I didn't turn it off. Okay, a little more salt. Put a little more hot sauce for the vinegar.
And this is because you didn't put salt in your seasoning.
Nope.
Okay.
Got hot sauce all over the stir spoon. Hope we can turn it off too. Oh man, it's good.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Back in the tasting lab.
Back at it again.
We got our gumbo plated up. Put a little rice on it. Some green onions. Put a little hot sauce and stuff. We want in a minute, but yeah, I forgot.
I'm freaking thirsty.
Start off with the drinks. Forgot. Palate cleanser. All right.
Oh man.
Ready?
All right, so do I mix it all together?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Well, this tastes really good.
Okay.
I've never had anything like this before. It's interesting because it's like,
A little hot sauce in there.
it's like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's hard to describe. You never had some like roux like that in it. That
It's
flavor
almost
you're
like
tasting, that's roux.
beans, but then it's got the greens in it. It's really good. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to describe it.
That flavor is roux. I should cut up some of these collard greens a little bit. They're a little too long, but that's good though.
You surprised me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this one today,
It's good.
but
It's hot sauce, green onions. You want more of them?
it's got stuff in there. It's got stuff in there. I don't know how to
It's got a
describe
depth
it.
of flavor. It's hard to describe unless you had this or had like a real roux in your gumbo. It has like a depth.
And this is vegetarian, so
Yep. It tastes like greens, like southern greens, but it's not like southern greens at all. At the same time, it's like gumbo too.
it's actually really good. I like this a lot.
It's filling. Well, it should be pretty filling with the rice. Would this be good to eat with like some cornbread? Cornbread would be really good with this.
I found this one to be somewhat difficult because of the roux part. So, like on a difficulty scale, what do you think people need to be careful about, or like how hard is it in certain steps?
Okay. Well, the roux. This is probably the most difficult thing we've made so far, I think, because of the roux. Because it's pretty easy to burn a roux. You can ruin it. It's really easy to ruin a roux. Because
Don't ruin your roux.
yeah, it's you can really mess it up pretty easily. But as long as you like start it low and like go slow and constantly turn it, whisk it every so often, and watch it.
What else? Let's see. So the greens, I don't think that part's hard. It just takes a long time to cut everything up and get it all.
You can buy
torn
them
apart.
cut up in the bags
Oh,
if you want. Like already cut up and they're already washed and everything.
okay.
If they look okay from the outside of the bag, but they don't see any that are like yellow or black looking from the outside, then they're probably fine. You can take them out and wash them again if you want to pick out any other bad looking parts.
Yeah.
They usually come in pound bags, so you need like 3 of those for this recipe. But you can do that too. They make those that are mixed too, like a bunch of greens are mixed up and they're cut up in like little strips, like or like that.
So they already do everything else for you.
Yeah, but these were cheaper.
This is way cheaper to do it with.
The ones I had didn't look good either in the bag. That's why I didn't get those. Stored today.
Okay, but other than that, I say this is pretty easy. You make your rice in your rice cooker if you have one.
The hardest part is the roux. That's the only thing. Once you get that, it's just saute and then like broth, water, seasoning, throw the green stuff in there, boil it, cook it down for an hour, and that's it.
How much do you have left? Like servings wise, that's what I was going to ask.
Probably 6 big bowls, maybe 7 big bowls
Left or total?
left.
Oh wow! Because you put rice in it, so it'll go.
The rice helps you fill you up a little bit more, and stretches it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, substitution. You could buy pre-made roux in the jar. I've never really used it, but if you don't want to make a roux, I guess you could brown your vegetables first, then throw that in there, and then mix it in, and then continue making the recipe like after you add the broth and all that. Yeah.
That's interesting. I guess it's kind of like frozen garlic.
Yeah, it's just like a shortcut, but roux is a lot harder to. I mean, you can mess it up. That's why they sell it, I guess. It's hard to find it unless you live in the South, though, probably to find roux already pre-made.
I'm getting full. I'm getting tired. I'm getting sleepy as this goes on. This is really good. Except for the roux, this is really simple. It doesn't cost very much. It's really good. Vegetarian, vegan, which is why I'm here eating with you. And normally we have big bowls, but this one,
I put a lot in here.
this is a big meal.
I filled this out. It's really filling though because you got like a cup of oil and a cup of flour in it. If you think about it, that's a lot of calories.
It's like eating a muffin.
It's a lot of
Like we
calories.
ate a biscuit or something while we were eating this.
I should have cut these up a little better. Yeah, cut up your greens a little better, I guess. The little greens are okay. The stems are actually kind of tender, but maybe
No, they're fine. It's just like
It's the
it's
kales
hard to get in your face.
party in your face.
It's hard to get it in your
Party in
face.
your face.
It's hard to get in your face without getting it all over the table. That's why I'm doing this.
It's just getting all over my beard. So Why don't we just do this?
Flavor saver. Yeah, but just tuck it in. There you
Why
go.
don't we just do this?
Just tuck it in.
No, we'll just. Alright. I solved it.
I don't know if I can finish this bowl. I'm full.
Okay.
And normally I eat lots, so that, I guess I should tell you how filling this is.
I'm still hungry.
All right, we'll keep going. Maybe you finish my bowl. All right, so I think we covered mostly everything, didn't we? Substitutions. You were talking about meat.
Wait, you could put meat in it. You could use broth. Like we used a little bit of vegetable broth. We probably could use more. I wouldn't define the no chicken, vegan chicken broth that tastes kind of like chicken broth. That's actually better, I think, than the usual vegetable base we use. But I couldn't find that. You can only usually find that like at Whole Foods or something. Trader Joe's maybe might have it. I don't know. But that was one thing I would change. If you do put meat in it, you could use like just chicken broth.
I can't take you serious, friend.
You could just use chicken broth. Okay, fine. You can use chicken broth. You can put ham hocks in it or whatever, some kind of smoked pork or turkey product. Like I said, okay.
Green screen me
Or you
out.
could put andouille sausage in it as well. Like if you want some meat actually with it, you could saute some andouille or like smoked sausage on the side and like, you know, just warm it up, cook it, get it brown, and then you can serve it on. But
Yeah,
you can
that
either
would
mix
be
it into
good.
it or you can serve it in your bowl.
That would be good. So yeah, so I mean, even if you don't eat vegetarian, you can make it. You make the same recipe, just make those substitutions, and you'll be good.
Yep. All right. That's it.
Gosh, catch you later when I'm asleep.
Make this if you want to get really full and go to bed.
Oh man, I'm so
It
sleepy
takes a
now.
while to make, but there's a lot of inactive time after you get it started cooking, you know. So,
I'm so sleepy right now.
All right, we're good.
All right, we'll catch you next time on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Taking a Nap. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Check out this other episode. We got some cool stuff on there. You might be asking yourself, why is he wearing a hamburger? I don't know, I just felt like it today. Hamburger days! Coming up next.